Hi everybody, this is a quick video to get you to be able to download USGS streamflow data and make a graph of it to show how the streamflow varies over time. We're going to start here with the USGS National Water Information System Mapper. And our focus today is going to be on a river that's flowing into Lake Michigan. And we are going to zoom in here to Lake Michigan to a location where the St. Joseph River flows into Lake Michigan. It's one of the biggest rivers that flows into Lake Michigan, or at least southern Lake Michigan. So all these little icons here indicate that there's a stream flow gauge or some sort of a water gauge there. And if we click on this one near the outlet of the river, we can see a bit about this particular gauge. What you notice is that the date for this particular gauge only goes between 2020 to 2021. So it's a relatively new gauge. And that data record may be useful to us, but what we're going to do for this exercise is actually find a gauge that has a little bit more data so that we can see long-term trends. So I will go back to the mapper here, and what we're going to do is we're going to paddle our way upstream, paddle virtually, and don't forget to take breaks. Here we go upstream, up the St. Joe River, and past this town, all the way to Niles, Michigan. And I've sort of looked already to make sure this is a good gauge to use. And if you look at this one, you see that the St. Joe River at Niles, Michigan, this is the site number, it's a streamflow gauge. And if we click here to access the data, you get a lot of the different parameters, including the data availability for this gauge. It has a description, latitude, longitude, hydrologic unit, location, drainage area. So this is the square miles that drain to this particular location in the river. And what we're going to look at is the data. And so the cool thing that you see is that if we're focused on discharge, so the stream flow, they have a record for this gauge from 1930 to 2021, which is a really amazingly long record and perfect for sort of seeing long-term trends that are related to climate change and land use. If you're interested in the most recent observations, you can click on this top tab here, and it will show you all sorts of different parameters that are measured at this gauge. This is the temperature, so you see there's a daily cycle to the temperature going up and going down. This is the discharge, so the stream flow, cubic feet per second, so volume per unit time flowing past this particular location. You can see that it was peaking earlier this week on July 4th, and that may be related to a storm that occurred. It seems to be trending downward. This is the water depth at the gauge, which they use to actually estimate the discharge. And there's a few other water quality parameters that can be of interest too. We're going to actually look at the historical record. So to do that, you could either go down to annual statistics if you wanted to work with annual data, so yearly averages, or you can use this tab up here. I'm going to do that. So if you go down to annual statistics time series, it will show you the different parameters that you can get. So we're focused on discharge here, the volume of water flowing past this location per unit time. The units are cubic feet per second, so volume per time. And you could download this to a file if you want and load it into an Excel spreadsheet if you want. We're going to do sort of a brute force quick and dirty method and take it into Google Spreadsheets because I know everybody has access to Google Spreadsheets. So we'll click on Table of Annual Mean. This will give us the average flow rate for a given year. We are going to leave it as statistics based on water year. So that's kind of an interesting thing about water science. You can Google what the difference is between a water year and a calendar year, but we'll stick with water year. And if we submit that, it will just show the data right here on the web page. And so I'm just going to copy all this data. So on the left we have the year, on the right we have the average stream flow. Control C, and I'll go to a spreadsheet that I have open here, and let's title this the St. Joseph River Discharge, and we will go ahead and just plop that in there. I'll add a couple of headers. So this would be the year, and this would be the flow rate. That's another name for discharge, flow rate, and we call these cubic feet per second. We abbreviate that unit often as CFS, cubic foot per second. And now the last thing that we're going to do is graph the data. Just a quick graph to show you how you can do that. You can tidy up this graph later, but we'll do insert chart, and maybe the spreadsheet is smart enough to know what kind of a chart we're looking for. We don't want a pie chart or anything like that. We're just going to look for a time series graph. And fortunately, the spreadsheet was smart enough to know what we were after. So on the x-axis, we have the year. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit so you can see that a little better. Well, hopefully you get the idea. Flow rate as a function of year, and that's actually a super cool graph, right? So it goes from 1930 to 2020. This is the flow rate on the y-axis and the year on the x-axis. You can see from year to year and decade to decade, there's a fair amount of variability. We also see sort of a noticeable steady march upward for this particular gauge. And I'm not going to go into the details of this because I don't actually know what's causing this until we do more investigation. But some of the usual suspects are climate change, increased precipitation, and then also changes in land use cover. As you pave over more of the watershed, more of that rainfall that hits the land will run off into the river, and you'll end up increasing the river flow rate over time as you change the land use in a given watershed. So those are a couple of hypotheses, but without looking at those two elements in more detail, we can't say for sure what's causing it. Anyway, that's that, and hopefully you found this video helpful, and good luck.